Let's talk about manifesting. You all have heard that term. So as I've evolved kind of from a weight loss coach to whatever the hell I am now, a 33-year-old who dresses up like a Viking, goes to Publix apparently, I feel compelled to be that voice every week for you all that keeps you in that middle path. The middle path. What's the middle path? It's a Buddhist term. So like picture a river. Left bank of the river is chaos. Right bank of the river is rigidity. Integration and balance is in the middle. Most people in this life crash into one bank and then the other over and over, right? Never any middle ground. We try to control with the rigidity and then we lose control and we're in chaos. So the idea is to try and be in the middle. Our goal is to keep you in the middle or get back to the middle when you brush up against either chaos or rigidity, because that's going to happen in life. The same way we help our children integrate left brain logic with right brain emotion, and then we have to actually parent ourselves to be integrated adults. And if you're like me, this wasn't exactly modeled or taught for you. So I mentioned middle path because when we define manifesting, I'm going to say it like that, I think we can break that down to simply cultivating the reality you desire. So I've earned the right at this point to assume I kind of know what you all want. You came here for a body transformation, which means deep down you lack contentment with your body. If we peel back the layers of the feminine onion, what is it you really want? Happiness, security, stability, confidence, to feel desired, to have peace, to feel loved, to feel worthy, to be recognized for your efforts perhaps, to be prioritized, to love what you see in the mirror. So when we dig deep and we think hard enough about the reality we want, a vision starts to materialize. A version of life when we have all the things we desire. A vision where you walk by your husband naked, he drops his coffee because of how good you look. A vision where you go out to eat and instead of your heart racing because you have internal panic about indulging in food, you enjoy your meal like a normal human being. A vision where the family respects your time and boundaries, where your efforts at work are recognized with a promotion or a raise, or you have time to travel, or you feel an abundance of energy and not exhausted all the time. So manifesting in this context means cultivating that reality. Hot body, peace, freedom, intimacy, happiness, contentment. So I just threw out half a dozen elevated emotions that you would feel in this reality. So is it really any wonder why your life doesn't reflect your desires if the emotions and feelings you're practicing don't align with that reality? At some point, we've all heard that thoughts lead to feelings, feelings lead to actions, actions lead to results. We've heard that at some point, most of us. This is the thoughts and feelings part. And the reason why the herd stays the herd is because the emotional work you have to do is dark and it's dirty. It's not airy-fairy. It's hard. Do an honest audit of your life and your activities from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. Become an observer of your behavior. How many times per day does your mind go to stressville? How many times per week do you go to emotional fight or flight? How many times per day do you talk about your body, grimace at your flaws, your stretch marks, your cellulite, your breasts that change from nursing? How many times per day do you reside in comparison town, in not enoughness land, in complaining city? Don't judge, just notice, just observe. I'm willing to bet you have permanent residence in all these places. You bought real estate and hate my body lane, or my life's boulevard, or I'm a victim terrace. Well, if you want to live elsewhere, you have to be willing to make different investments. It's hard to do things outside of your programming, but you can do hard things. Reminder, start your day differently. No excuses. All of you can wake up and go on a walk. All of you can make time to sit in elevated emotions a couple times per day. Manifesting is simply spending less time in emotions that keep you stuck and spending more time in emotions that free you. So like all things, it takes practice, and like all things, you're likely going to suck at it at first. Each and every one of you, every single one of you can have that. You may not believe it now. Do what I'm telling you to do and you will change your life. I know, because I went from being a dirt poor, manipulative, excuse-making train wreck of a man to the man you see before you. Still not perfect, but running an empire of empowerment, living a kick-ass life. Life rips now because I did what I'm telling you to do. So a couple times per day, practice going into your body, meaning getting out of your head. Go into your body, take a few deep belly breaths, especially if you are feeling triggered, if you're feeling like you're doing some old sit in it, breathe in it. And I want you to visualize that dream life that you picture, that you visualize. How do you dress? How do you act? How does that body confidence feel? How does that freedom from stress feel? How does that peace feel? How does it all feel? Feel it, sit in it. And practice that. Manifesting is shifting the scales to feeling that more and feeling the old stuff less and less. You're just shifting the balance sheet. As you do this, as you let go of chasing a number on the scale or thinking another person will make you whole, and you accept that you are worthy just as you are, you give yourself permission to feel peace, you set boundaries and live in truth, you stop ignoring reality, your life will begin to change. It's going to be hard though, because the journey of healing means taking a garden spade and digging up old You've built your life around not feeling again. I built my whole life around not feeling how those bullies made me feel when I was a little boy. But the reward is a taller, healthier hibiscus tree that brings your patio feng shui. As you shift your thinking and feeling, there's no magic that takes place. What does take place is your thoughts and feelings will lead to actions that differ from what programmed you was doing. And through these elevated actions that come from elevated emotions, you will suddenly see opportunities that were there all along, but your head was buried under stress, overwhelm, fear, and the emotions that eclipsed your true self.